Raghav Chadha today led the political quake against Arvind Kejriwal, once his mentor. Many know Raghav to have been Kejriwal's key confidant and party strategist. Today, his strategy was merging with the BJP, not alone, with 6 others from Rajya Sabha, 6 other Aam Aadmi Party MPs, which meant he and others would not stand disqualified because of the 2/3 strength of merger. His parting shot: I was a right man in the wrong party.
आज हम एक ऐसे मोड़ पर खड़े हैं कि हमारे पास सिर्फ 2 ही ऑप्शंस थे, 2 विकल्प थे। या तो हम राजनीति छोड़ दें और पिछले 15-16 साल जो हमने सार्वजनिक जीवन में काम किया उसे त्याग दें, या फिर हम अपने अनुभव को, अपनी स्किल्स को, अपनी पूरी ऊर्जा और एनर्जी को लेकर पॉजिटिव पॉलिटिक्स करें। इसीलिए हमने ये डिसाइड किया दैट वी, द 2/3 members of parliament of the belonging to the Aam Aadmi Party in Rajya Sabha, exercise the provisions of the Constitution of India and ourselves with the BJP. हम BJP में विलय करते हैं।
Seated next to him, Sandeep Pathak, considered Kejriwal's blue-eyed boy. Former IIT Delhi professor, a numbers person, key role in electoral math. Ashok Mittal, lovely professor, university founder, chancellor. Family runs famous Lovely Sweets, replaced Chadha as deputy leader of Aam Aadmi Party in Rajya Sabha. He joined BJP 10 days after the ED raid. The others included Swati Maliwal, Harbhajan Singh, Vikram Sahni, Rajendra Gupta. The details of all of these people who have walked out of Aam Aadmi Party are there on your screen, most of them with critical influence in Punjab, one of the states gearing up for the assembly elections next year. Aam Aadmi Party within minutes shot back, accusing Raghav Chadha and 6 others of being traitors and tearing into BJP for Operation Lotus ahead of Punjab elections. An allegation the opposition has repeatedly raised ahead of elections. These are the charges that you have now. Remember, the opposition has repeatedly raised the allegations of Operation Lotus. You've had it in Arunachal Pradesh in 2016, when Pema Khandu became the chief minister, Karnataka 2019, when you had Yediyurappa who was the chief minister, Madhya Pradesh 2020, when you have Shivraj Singh Chauhan who was the chief minister, Maharashtra 2022, when Eknath Shinde was the chief minister. And if we can have those graphics up as well. So these are the times when the opposition has actually blamed BJP of Operation Lotus. Not the first time. BJP always saying this has nothing to do with any operation, but this is the reality of how people want to join them. Sanjay Singh today talked about how BJP has used central agencies, referring to the ED raids on premises linked to Ashok Mittal under FEMA. These were the raids, and if we could place those shots as well, that happened 10 days ago at Ashok Mittal's residence. Now, Sanjay Mittal has claimed that this was a massive betrayal and a conspiracy by BJP, very closely timed to destabilize Bhagwat Man's government ahead of the 2027 polls. The raids against Ashok Mittal very closely linked to the 2027 Punjab polls. In fact, Aam Aadmi Party has now raised the allegations of washing machine being in spin, the BJP's washing machine. Earlier, around mid-April, soon after Raghav Chadha was removed from the post of Deputy Speaker and Punjab had withdrawn his security, the Aam Aadmi Party had accused him of colluding with the BJP, particularly after he was granted Z category security by the centre. Of course, we know how everything turned out in Rajya Sabha, how Raghav Chadha was quite unceremoniously removed from the post of the deputy leader of Rajya Sabha of Aam Aadmi Party in Rajya Sabha, and of course replaced by Ashok Mittal. Let's listen to what Sanjay Singh has said.
मित्तल जी के यहाँ छापा कब पड़ा था भैया? आप ही लोगों ने तो खबर चलाई थी, बताइए। तब पड़ा था।
तो राघव चड्ढा भी दबा।
अरे भैया, आप मेरे सवाल का आप जवाब नहीं, तब पड़ा था छापा 3 दिन पहले। और अभी कहां है? भारतीय जनता पार्टी में। तो ये सवाल तो बीजेपी वालों से पूछिए ना, पूछिए। कल तक जिस पे ईडी का छापा मार रहे थे, आज वो बीजेपी में है। तो इसका मतलब ये ऑपरेशन लोटस है।
हरभजन सिंह के यहाँ पे तो कोई छापा नहीं पड़ा, राघव चड्ढा के यहाँ पे तो कोई छापा नहीं पड़ा।
कुछ को दिखाया जाता है, कुछ को डराया जाता है।
तो डर से गए।
एक के गर्दन पे छुरी लगाई, बाकी को कहा तेरे पे लगा देंगे छुरी। यही होता है ऑपरेशन लोटस। और क्या होता है?
पार्टी ਵੱਡੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ, ਸੰਗਠਨ ਵੱਡਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਵਿਅਕਤੀ ਵੱਡਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ। ਇਹ 6-7 ਜਾਣੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਗਏ ਨੇ, ਇਹ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ, ਇਹ ਗਦਾਰ ਨੇ, ਪੰਜਾਬੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਗਦਾਰ ਨੇ। ਬੈਠਿਆਂ ਬਿਠਾਇਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਗੱਦੀਆਂ ਮਿਲ ਗਈਆਂ, ਵੋਟਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਮੰਗਣੀਆਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਈਆਂ ਜੀ, ਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਮੂਹਰੇ ਹੱਥ ਜੋੜਨੇ ਪਏ, ਨਾ ਗਲੀਆਂ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਮੁੱਦਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨੀ ਪਈ। ਬਸ ਬਣੀ ਬਣਾਈ ਇੱਕ ਸੀਟ ਮਿਲ ਗਈ, ਚਲੋ ਜੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਰਾਜ ਸਭਾ 'ਚ, ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਤਿਕੜਮਬਾਜ਼ੀਆਂ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗ ਗਏ, ਯਾਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਲਓ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਲਓ। ਇਹ ਆਪਣੀ ਜਾਨ ਬਚਾਉਣ ਨੂੰ ਉੱਥੇ ਗਏ ਨੇ। ਹੋਣਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਉੱਧਰ ਵੀ ਕੱਖ ਨਹੀਂ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਬੀਜੇਪੀ ਆ, ਉਹ ਰੰਗ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਛੱਡ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਬਸ।
Well, BJP leaders have hailed this as a call of conscience and biggest political coup against Aam Aadmi Party, boosting their Rajya Sabha members. Well, let's listen in to what Shehzad Poonawalla has said.
अरविंद अकेले की पार्टी बन गई, अरविंद अकेले की पार्टी। और कितने नेता निकल के गए, योगेंद्र यादव, शांति भूषण, प्रशांत भूषण, आशुतोष, अलका लांबा, राजेंद्र पाल गौतम। इनमें से कई नेता तो अलग अलग पार्टीज में चले गए, कांग्रेस चले गए, वो भी ऑपरेशन लोटस था। कांग्रेस पार्टी के खिलाफ ये पार्टी जन्मी थी, भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ लड़ने के लिए, जन लोकपाल के लिए लड़ने के लिए, आरटीआई जैसे मुद्दे उठाती थी। परंतु वो जो वीवीआईपी कल्चर के खिलाफ जन्मे थे, शीश महल बनाकर बैठे, शराब घोटाला करके बैठे, सबसे ज्यादा भ्रष्ट नेता दिल्ली और पंजाब में इनके नेता थे। तो इसीलिए जब वो सिद्धांत से हटे तो अनेकों नेता केजरीवाल से हटे, पर अपने अंदर की खोट देखने के बदले आज फिर से दोषारोपण कर रहे हैं अरविंद केजरीवाल जी और उनकी पूरी जो मंडली है। मुझे लगता है ये दिखाता है कि अब भी नहीं समझ पाए हैं कि असली कारण क्या है।
देखो, मैं तो ये कहना चाहता हूं कि आम आदमी पार्टी सुचेत रहे। ऐसा ना हो कि आपके 50 विधायक एक दिन में ही बदल जाएं। ये तो सांसद गए हैं।
Well, once the dust of this move settles down, what does this mean for Aam Aadmi Party? BJP and Punjab elections are due in 2027. Let me introduce my guests at this point. I'm being joined by Siddharth Sharma, who's a spokesperson for Aam Aadmi Party, Jasmine Sandhiwalia, who's a spokesperson for BJP, Shivam Bhagat, who's a spokesperson for Congress, and Vipin Pabbi, who's a senior journalist from Punjab. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining me. Siddharth Sharma, first straight to you. What's happening, Mr. Siddharth Sharma? Once the key strategist of Aam Aadmi Party, not just one, you have at least 3 of them. 2 of them at least known as close confidants, close aides, blue-eyed boys within the party, within the Aam Aadmi Party. All of them walking the BJP way very boldly, strongly, open-handed.
Yeah, right at the outset, let me congratulate BJP a little bit. I'll start with this, showing this to you. BJP today welcomed earlier ED named MP in its fold as per BJP's own admission. So hence proven that BJP admits that it is the last resort of the corrupt. But be as it may, let me at the very outset today admit that it's a very disappointing day for me today. We had so much high hopes from them that today we will be celebrating a befitting answer to American POTUS for calling India a hellhole, but we find BJP ecosystem celebrating Operation Lotus in Punjab. And why today? Just to capture eyeballs, knowing fully well that an average Punjabi sees treasury as very abominable. Yet going ahead with Operation Lotus shows how much BJP is spooked by India's common man. And what is India's common man? Aam Aadmi Party. AAP stands for Aam Aadmis of India, not just a few of people, those who are in power. If Punjab is giving universal free education, universal free electricity, healthcare up to ₹10 lakh, lesser crime rate than BJP ruled India, better farmer status, then Aam Aadmi Party is doing the right thing for people. Doesn't matter
Siddharth
if a few
Sharma ji, Siddharth Sharma
Yeah.
ji, sure, your
Yes.
political rhetorics are fine. Your speeches are fine and you are entitled to do your speeches. You are calling this BJP's Operation Lotus. Raghav Chadda, your man once, he has gone on record to say that he was the right man in the wrong party. That Aam Aadmi Party is corrupt and compromised.
Well, BJP is speaking about dumping its own people, and as far as corrupt is concerned, that's why I showed it right at the outset that if BJP is accepting corrupt people like Raghav Chadda, as per BJP's own admission, and Mr. Raghav Chadda is on record saying that BJP is a party of gundas. So what happens when a person joins that party? But let us not get into that. Of course, as I said, it's a disappointing day for me that the world's largest party today is ready to lose its credibility in a whole state just to break a small party. And the funny thing is, not a single out of hundreds of MLAs of these two states who elected these 7 musket cheaters, I call them musket cheaters, joins them today in joining BJP. Not a single of the MLAs who voted these people into Rajya Sabha accompanied them to the BJP headquarters. In fact, not even the 7 that they are claiming, only 3 are there. Maybe 4 of them are still having cold feet. So proof of how much goodwill people of Punjab have for Aam Aadmi Party. And then it's very clear now, 7 days after ED raids on Rajya Sabha MP, when Rajya Sabha MPs defect, you know that their constitutional oath of without fear or favor has been flipped by BJP to under fear and favor of BJP. It's as simple as that, isn't it so? Isn't it so that 7 days after ED raid, these people join BJP? I think these 7 people should visit Punjab hinterland and tell people that they joined a party which brought black farm laws to a state whose Aam Aadmi Party government has provided 13,000 kilometers of canal waters to farmers. They should visit rural Punjab village and say they joined a party whose Beti Bachao brand ambassador is Prajwal Revanna. Isn't it so? In a Punjab whose...
Jasmine Sandhwalia, come in at this point. Aam Aadmi Party saying 2 things. 1, the washing machine is now spinning. And 2, the central forces, including the Enforcement Directorate for that matter, is doing what they do best. The central agencies are doing what they do best. How do you respond to that?
Well, I would like to first of all remind the AAP spokesperson that one of their founding members was also Sukhpal Khera, and a tall leader of Punjab who raises up huge issues of Punjab, cutting across party lines. He was their elected MLA from Palat. He was the leader of the opposition. They marginalized him. Kejriwal marginalized him, removed him ungraciously. He left the party. He quit the party, accusing Kejriwal of rampant corruption and being anti-Punjab. And he joined the Congress, and he's a sitting MLA now in the assembly. He was picked up by Bhagwant Mann. He was picked up by Bhagwant Mann from his house in Sector 5, and he was behind bars for more than 5 months. So let's not talk about what they do. The lawlessness, the rampant goonism, and the level of really making politics really down in Punjab. The entire credit goes to Kejriwal for becoming a Hitler. And let's not, I also want to say, to keep accusing the BJP, what the AAP needs to introspect, it needs to really deliberate that not one MP, not 2 MPs, not 3 MPs, out of their strength of 10, 7 have quit and accused the party of leaving aside their values and their foundational principles and commitments to govern Punjab and give Punjab a clean administration. They have totally failed, miserably failed in Punjab, and they're going to be routed out, and they know that. This is just the start.
Let me just get in Vipin Pabbi at this point. Vipin Pabbi, break this down for us. A lot of political rhetoric is going to fly all over the place for the next few days. This is as high profile as it could get. For a very long time, Raghav Chadda was even known as a super chief minister, a super CM by some in Punjab. A man who has been critical behind Aam Aadmi Party's expansion in Punjab. A lot that has been done on Raghav Chadda's shoulder, and it's not just Raghav Chadda. I mean, Pathak's move away. At least there were some people in BJP who over the last few months were saying Raghav Chadha is going to move on. Raghav Chadha is going to go to BJP. At least some people in Aam Aadmi Party were claiming that for a while now. But Sandeep Pathak, they are shocked. They are shell-shocked with Sandeep Pathak moving to the BJP. How do you explain this? Because in terms of numbers, I mean, look at the numbers for Punjab Assembly. Aam Aadmi Party is at 92, BJP is at 2. So, I mean, how much of a challenge can really that be in terms of numbers? Rajya Sabha, fine. You have it in the screens again with Rajya Sabha. If I can get those numbers up as well for Rajya Sabha. 10, Aam Aadmi Party is down from 10 to 3. But NDA is like 141 to 148. Not like a big difference of any kinds when it comes to that. So what does this play about?
I say you are absolutely right. Raghav Chadha was at one time, was calling the shots in Punjab. He was the de facto chief minister, so as to say, and his influence was all over the constituencies and everything. And but there have been a little fallout, or whether it was carrot or stick policy or whatever. But since about last 2 years, Raghav Chadha has not been active. He was either abroad or he was not participating in any of the party activities or not coming in support of Arvind Kejriwal. So it was all on the card that he is on the way out. There was nobody, at least I think even Aam Aadmi Party knew that he will be switching over. But perhaps Aam Aadmi Party has been caught off guard by the other 6 also joining him. Now, apparently, Aam Aadmi Party has not been keeping its flock together. It's not been keeping an eye on or not even communicating with these people, that it was not aware at all that these 6 may also join. So it's a big setback. There is no doubt about it. There's a big setback to the Aam Aadmi Party. After all, majority or almost all its Rajya Sabha members were from Punjab, barring 1 or 2 from Delhi. So it's a major setback, and Aam Aadmi Party needs to think about as to how such a large number of party leaders have decided to quit. Although I must say at the same time that so far only 3 of them have, publicly stated that yes, they are leaving. Others have not come out with any statement. But the kind of confidence Raghav Chadha...
Absolutely. He said he's also had the signatures of them, and he's moved on, and he's given his the letter to... for a letter of resignation signed by all 7 of them as well.
No doubt that I think these 7 would have, otherwise
True.
they wouldn't
Sir,
have...
allow me to interrupt you at this point, because we're getting information. This is very interesting. I know I had to go at this point to get the reaction from Shivam Bhagat, but give me a bit more time, Shivam Bhagat. We've just got some information right now. The information that we are getting is some rebel Aam Aadmi Party MPs who have rebelled today remained in contact with Arvind Kejriwal right up till the last minute. Even yesterday, Sandeep Pathak met Arvind Kejriwal. Just yesterday on April 23rd. And Vikram Sahni met him on April 22nd. Ashok Mittal met Arvind Kejriwal on April 19th. Just before he departed for Chennai. Now look at this. Are we then saying Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party, who seems to be shell-shocked about Pathak, had no clue about these things happening? Very quickly, I'll give you possibly a minute each before I go at this point to Shivam Bhagat. Very quickly, let me just go across to Siddharth Sharma. Siddharth, please respond.
Yeah, I think BJP speaking about dumping its own is like former Deputy Prime Minister L.K. Advani chairing a defunct Margdarshak Mandal of the BJP.
Come on, Sandeep ji. What are you doing? What are you comparing to? Comparing what? At this point, I will just say what BJP has been saying for a very long time. Aam Aadmi Party has to look into themselves, has to do some introspection. Your response right now, even for those who would follow you, would not.
I think, Sneha, you will have to look into yourself. You cannot call me Sandeep. Sandeep Pathak is might have gone to BJP.
Siddharth Sharma, yes.
I think you will also have to look into yourself.
Yes.
My point is very simple. A political person, just like BJP's Narendra Modi ji, also visits Mr. L.K. Advani's home to pay his respects. No surprises that Aam Aadmi Party's national convener would be meeting his MPs as of yesterday, even as of today, maybe today. Doesn't mean that he was blindsided.
I'm sorry, your answers.
My point is simple, that it doesn't mean that we are blindsided. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't mean that we are blindsided.
You knew that Pathak and Mittal were joining BJP today? Is that what you're saying, if you were not blindsided?
You yourself said that as far as Raghav is concerned, there was rumors
I'm not talking
circulating
about
around.
Raghav, I'm talking
So,
about
so
the
do you
others.
think that? Do you think that if you were getting rumors about X, we would not have been getting
Oh, no.
rumors about Y and Z?
You still are not giving me any straight answers. But Jasmine Sandhwalia, before I come to you, Shivam Bhagat, very quickly. Again, many people are saying the beneficiary of what's happening in Punjab seems to be going to be to Congress.
I'm glad that you've found time finally for the
I'm-
Congress Party's view. Jokes apart. See, this was very clear since the Delhi election results that this is a process. We saw that the beginning of the end of the Aam Aadmi Party started during the Delhi result. When Kejriwal lost, when Mr. Sisodia lost, and in the manner at which they lost and how they were rejected by the people of Delhi. This process began then. This now, what has happened today, is a part of that process. And that entire circle will finish when the Aam Aadmi Party loses in Punjab. Because it's very clear that the people of Punjab are wanting to get rid of them because they have not worked there at all. They might keep ranting about how they give free electricity, this, that, the other, but there's so many promises that have been unfulfilled. So this process of the Aam Aadmi Party's whitewashing and going away will happen. I'm not saying I want it, but I'm saying this is what
No, so
we are
it's very
seeing.
interesting, Shivam Bhagat, the word that you've used, Aam Aadmi Party is whitewashing. Let me ask you, do you agree with what Aam Aadmi Party is saying? It is BJP's washing machine in play, since you've used the word whitewashing?
Of course, I'll come to that. But for a long time we've been saying and we've been seeing, and there is a perception that Kejriwal runs like a supreme leader of the party. Anyone with half a personality or half an intelligence or IQ, who doesn't agree with him on certain things is always sidelined, and then eventually they leave the party. So there is a structural problem and there is a foundational problem within the Aam Aadmi Party. A lot of their educated leaders have left in the past as well. So there is a problem in the Aam Aadmi Party. There are no two ways about it. Now coming to the BJP is completely, and we've been seeing this in 2014. They are against the constitution. They are against democracy. They are against the opposition. As we've been saying it for years, that 95% of the cases are against the opposition, the ED, CBI cases with a 0.5% conviction rate. Therefore, we know that the BJP terrorizes the opposition and anyone who speaks against them. But in this case, I'm very surprised at this Aam Aadmi Party leader, Mr. Mittal. One raid only, he got so scared. So this is another failure of the Aam Aadmi Party, that they did not nominate any grassroots leaders of theirs from Punjab to the Rajya Sabha. This is another failure of theirs. They only, took money or whatever with these high net worth individuals, to get party funding or whatever the reasons were.
No, but
they took these
you know,
people and they did not
the
take
argument
the
that
grassroots
Aam
people.
Aadmi Party would say was that for them, many of them were first time.
No, but
First
who are
time
these
who really
people?
came into
They had
politics for
nothing
that
to do
matter,
with
and that was the
politics.
USP of Aam Aadmi Party at one point.
But there were so many people in that Punjab unit, I'm sure. They won an election with such a mandate. I'm sure they had people on the ground, and not only these high net worth people, who they kept. And look at the result. And they've been completely betrayed by them today. And I mean, it's up to them. It's their internal matter. But we know how the BJP operates.
Jasmine Sandhwalia, how would you
Mr. Chadda's
respond
name
to this
also
at
was
this
in the
point?
DJP
People are saying the
in the Delhi Jal Board.
beneficiaries of what's really happening in Punjab right now is not going to be BJP, it's going to be Congress.
I disagree. I live in Punjab. I feel that it is advantage BJP because after all, it's 7 MPs.
How? From two seats, ma'am? 2 seats.
Well, I'll explain it to you. The Punjabi psyche, which the Punjabi voter who voted for the AAP, voted against Congress, against BJP, against Akali Dal, because the average Punjabi voter was so sick, so left out, and so disgusted with the political system that he reimposed his faith in Kejriwal's party, which promised that they will give a clean governance to Punjab. After all, they won with a thumping majority. This was a clean sweep.
Right.
And nobody can disagree on that. It was a clean sweep. But at the same time, in the 4 years that they have governed, they have let Punjab down so miserably, whether it's in education, whether it's a law and order situation.
On this, let me get Vipin Pabbi for his last remarks. Vipin Pabbi, many would say, I mean, I personally don't buy that it'll be such a big beneficial, that BJP would benefit so much to be able to make a sea change, form the government or whatsoever in Punjab. I don't see that happen personally. You would have a better insight into it. But it's a battle of perception. It's a battle of perception, and this matters a lot in Punjab. Most of these MPs, they have strong grounding in Punjab. Congress may say they are not grassroots leaders. It doesn't matter whether they are grassroots leaders in terms of who they are, what they represent and how. The kind of connect that they have in Punjab. That's going to be a huge perception challenge. Your last words, sir.
Yes, that perception part is there too, but I also agree with my panelists, co-panelists, saying that they were not actually grassroots kind of workers or leaders of our party. So they were taken for various considerations and all that. So that is true. And secondly, I think Aam Aadmi Party came when there was a political vacuum in Punjab, when people were hating Congress as well as the Akalis, and BJP wasn't much there. So that political vacuum was there. And what I foresee is again another political vacuum coming up in the next election. So I think that's going to be very vital thing. And BJP, as you know, is a very well-oiled election machinery. It has already started with a full force to do politics in Punjab, and that's why they have taken so many other leaders. As far as those 2 seats versus the majority, yes, it's a huge gap, no doubt about it. It could be a possibility that they may join hands with some other party, pre-poll or post-poll, but you can't rule out, that entirely. For instance, even from Lok Sabha, at one stage, I think BJP had just 2 seats several years ago. And now it is, of course, in a majority. So one can't really predict, what can happen.
Right.
Credit has to be given to BJP for being, fighting election with a lot of strategy and forethought.
Oh, I think whether you are a supporter or not a supporter, that's one thing you're going to agree with. No one is contesting elections like BJP does. I'm afraid, sir, I'm really out of time. I can see your hands go up at this time, Siddharth Sharma, and I've not taken your name wrong. Okay, less than 30 seconds, 5 seconds. 10 seconds.
10 seconds. On a very humorous note, Kylian Mbappe scored a hat-trick in a World Cup final, still lost. So congratulations for BJP to get a hat-trick today, but that doesn't mean that they won Punjab. It so happens that Kylian Mbappe scored a hat-trick of goals in the World Cup final, still lost. So Punjab, basically, you'll have to understand that the people of Punjab put a very high premium on loyalty, and this kind of treachery is not acceptable.
Siddharth Sharma, but I must say, your pun is still in place. And I hope the party can fight with that same pun as well. It's going to be interesting few months ahead for all party and political parties at stake. Thank you so much for joining us. Siddharth Sharma, Jasmine Sandavalia, Shivam Bhagat and Vipin Pabbi. Thank you so much.